Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Praetorianmoor, the THEALMOROCCANTIMES, presents placing ourselves back in history despite Constantinian hegemony. Curtis Anthony Morrison L. Charlemagne Meridius L. It is our intent to stand upon our ancient ancestral hereditaments by setting the record straight, along with those Almoroccan contemporaries we have been fortunate enough to listen to since acknowledging our true and de jure Almoroccan nationality and ancestry. This affidavit can be said to be a recap of the congresses attended in one form or another over the past 7 years, held by Sharon Tracy Gale Bay, Light Tahiri Bay, Dr. Nayela Gilliam, Dr. Kia Pruitt, Taj Tariq Bey, Asiya the Duke of Tears, and others. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a Societas Republicae y Americanos Estados Philadelphus Capitolium 1774 Consular Court Action. I, Consul Curtis Anthony Morrison, freely chose a national appellation, Curtis Anthony Morrison L. Charlemagne Meridius L. in propria persona sui juris, in my own proper person, by my own right, in solo proprio, upon my own land, jus sanguinis, by right of blood, sui heredis, under the maternal power of my Moabite, Canaanite, Hittite, Amorite foremothers, call upon the powers of land, air, and water to assist in the reversion of our vast estate from the Constantinians under the bishopric curial order in their corporate instrumentality in the guise of the United States of America Corporation Company, formally exercising de facto civil authority upon the land as opposed to de jure sovereign treaty and constitution republic order authority founded by our aforementioned foremothers. Placing ourselves back in history despite Constantinian hegemony entails particular facts being acknowledged though not at all known to the general population at large, due to the weaponized system of education in the General Education Board, GEB, sponsored by the likes of John D. Rockefeller Sr. and Frederick T. Gates, ultimately becoming the United States Department of Education. The United States, the United States of America, was actually a corporation owned and operated by the Vatican and its bishopric members, operating on the land, exercising civil jurisdictional authority. The land has many names and encompasses North, Central, South America, and the Americana Islands. The bishopric members are the City of London, not to be confused with London City, where is located the Circle Church and Chancery, from which all Western court systems and finance around the world was controlled and operated, and the District of Columbia, which is the military arm of the Popes of Rome, through its board of directors called United States Congress, Congressional Military Industrial Complex. Every department and or agency of the U.S. the United States of America, is a corporation, and corporations are fictional entities having no true and de jure sovereign authority to make and enforce law aside from legislated codes, rules, regulations, mandates, and statutes that the people, the nationals and subjects, are not obligated to adhere to. The corporate civil jurisdictional authority operating upon the land are war operations targeting the true and de jure American Almoroccan peoples, wrongfully called by such wardship tenures as Indian, colored, Negro, Black, Afro-American, African American, Puerto Rican, Latino, Chicano, Mexican, etc., etc., etc. Such wardship tenures effectively cuts off the woman, man, and child who accepts them from any and all restoration of national status and estates, which the treaties, Peace and Friendship, 1786-87 and 1836, and the Organic Constitution for the States United, 1788-89, defends against the moment the woman, man, and child decides to stand upon the aforementioned trust documents in honor. Wardship tenures have absolutely no connection whatsoever to ancient ancestral corporal and corporal hereditaments, as they are mere creations of the Circle Church and Chancery for its human trafficking ends legis operations against the true and de jure American, i.e., Almoroccan people. It is for this reason that the General Education Board, GEB, today styled as United States Department of Education, engages in animal husbandry docility training. Animal husbandry docility training is a war operation program promoting among our children outright disassociation from their sanguine origins, coupled with not teaching true history and law. However, this is the fault of the parents, as we have been complacent in not properly preparing our children to stand against the encroachments on their ancient ancestral hereditaments by the U.S. foreign entities. The other arm of the war operation targeting the true and de jure Almoroccan American peoples, coupled with animal husbandry docility training program, is the Nicene Constantinopolitan Creed, called wrongfully Christianity today. The brand of religion called Christianity of today is not the Christianity created by our Coptic Sabian foremothers and forefathers hundreds of millennia ago. Today, it happens to actually be a death cult, evident in the reconstructed history of the sacrificial shedding of blood throughout the so-called Old and New Testaments. The papal bullas, one of which is the doctrine of discovery, is and has been the foundational operational document used by the Occidental Germanic tribes, i.e., European nation states, to enact conquest and hegemony, which is the political, economic, and military predominance of one nation state over other nation states. It is this hegemony that is now very quickly eroding by way of the systematic dismantling of the fiat system of finance formerly prompted up by the Federal Reserve System of 1913. Every and anything passed off as a bill and or debt of any kind are foreign bills of exchange. They are liens, attainers set against the estates, hereditaments of the true and natural people of the land by foreign corporate entities via the ens legis transmitting utility of debt instrumentalities, also known as bottomry instruments. To fend off these attacks against the estates, hereditaments of the true and de jure American Almoroccan peoples, it is every national's responsibility to state that he shall not stand as surety for the alien and foreign debt of the U.S. United States, the United States of America Corporation Company, to include and not limited to its alien and foreign operators, owners, and subsidiary state of corporate entities, as all such presumed debts, real or imagined, belong to the U.S. United States, the United States of America Corporation Company, its operators, owners, and state of subsidiary corporate entities. We are Almoroccans. We are nationals of Morocco, i.e., Societas Republicae y Almoroccanos Estados Unidos, Philadelphus, Capitolium, 1774. and are within the international law of protection afforded all natural living persons declaring, proclaiming a true and de jure nationality in alignment with recognized treaties supported by Articles 3, Section 2 of the Organic Constitution for the States United, 1788-89, and Articles 19 and 20 of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, 1786, 87, and 1836. Jurisdictional claim. I do not stand as surety for the private foreign debt of the United States and its state of subsidiaries, as I am part and parcel of Al Morocco, Societas Republicae y Americanos Estados Unidos, Philadelphia, Capitolium, 1774, in alignment with international law of protection afforded nationals as written in Article 3, Section 2 of the Organic Constitution for the States United, 1788-89, and Articles 19 and 20 of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, 1786, 87, and 1836. We are not, nor ever have been, the spurious wardship tenures Indian, colored, Negro, Black, Afro-American, African-American, Puerto Rican, Latino, etc., etc., etc. And that now concludes this Article 3 court affidavit. Grand Rising.